Hi there, this is Daryl Olson from the Jackson Fishing Team. I'm going to try to do at least tie a fly once a week, and related to an upcoming trip I'm going to do. Maybe we'll even tie a video in with using that fly. I don't know. I'm not that great about running the camera and catching fish, but the my next trip that I'm planning, that I'm tying these series of some flies on, is the Great Smoky Mountains in western North Carolina, and my source for the flies will be the Hatches and Fly Patterns of the Great Smoky Mountains by Don Kurt. Some of these flies in here date pretty far back, but they probably still work nowadays. So why don't we go ahead and I'll show you the fly that we're going to tie. It's from the Hackle clan. I got various colors in those. And this is the orange Hackle version. It's tied on a size 14. So we'll give that a try on there. And I'm going to tie it on a size 14 dry fly hook, standard. And I like to debarb my hooks if they're not debarbed. And the thread we're going to use, I'm using an A-dot in orange. And we're going to start that thread about an eye width back of the eye, hook of the eye. And I'll move my thread back to where the barb used to be. Right there. That. On there. And then we're going to go ahead and take some golden pheasant tippets for the tail. And what we're going to do is we're just going to hold it that right up there so that it doesn't separate. And then I'm going to, what looks like maybe the right amount, and pull that away. And my tips now should be lined up. You'll see the black bars are lined up. And we'll want this to be roughly the length of the hook. So I'll kind of be tying in right where that one black barb area was. We want to make sure we keep that on top of the hook. And then we can trim off our excess here. And we'll move our thread back to where our thread ended there at the tail. And I'm going to take a brown and a Grizzly Hackle that's sized approximately for this hook, and that approximation is roughly about a hook gap and a half for a dry fly. And we're going to put the shiny side. Can tell that's like a shiny side, and the concave back side is the dull side. So we're going to line up. And we're going to tie this in so that we have some of the bare stems still starting to wrap. And then we'll cut off the excess. And move our thread. Just back to where we started. I'm going to use some superfine dubbing there in sulfur orange, but you can use any kind of dubbing material you want as long as it's an orange. This is what the body is. And you don't need much on there. And so we're going to expose some thread here, and we're going to put some wax on to make the dubbing stick a little bit better. We can get a good tight. And it's about really all you need, maybe a little bit more, but we're going to start with that amount. So it's about maybe almost 2 inches in length. You can see that it's not very much. I'm not taking much to put on there. And we'll see. We can always add a little bit more if it's not enough. So I'm going to watch my hook point and start wrapping the dubbing. So right there. Then I'm going to do is I'm going to palmer trying to keep the feather close to each other. Like 3, maybe 4 turns. Then when I get to the head, I like to give it at least 1 full right here. Get my scissors and fine point scissors here and trim that away. Kind of brush this back so I can lock that in a little bit. You don't want a big head on there. And then I'm going to put a double half hitch. Try to, before I do a double for whip finish on there. Kind of helps me push those fibers back. And there we go. My thread broke. try that again. And then I'm going to apply a little glue to my thread. And then just to make sure I didn't get any thread or glue in the eye, I'm just going to run this piece of tip material. And there we have it. That's my attempt at orange hackle. A few more of those and I'll probably get pretty good at it. And if you can get out there to tie it, you might do a better job. But I'm sure it'll catch fish. I'm sure it'll do that. So we'll see you on the water, and the list of materials will be posted in the description. Thanks. Bye.